Hello the world, this is Bsam الشماع talking to you from Cairo, Egypt. Assalamu alaikum. As you can see and you've heard now that our salutation, we Muslims, are always Al-Salam alaikum. Peace be unto you. We are in an area of the world, you perhaps are far away from it, and perhaps you do not know a great deal about our attitudes, about our beliefs, and about our religion, because Islam, salam, peace, you have got your religion, I've got mine. They believe in Mary, peace be unto her. They believe in Isa, peace be unto him. They believe in all the prophets and the messengers which were sent by Allah, God, the Creator. But how would you like it if somebody came into your home, raped your wife, killed your children by slaughtering them through the throat cut by his 6-blade knife? How would you like that you would take your children and practically pour benzene, pour fuel into their mouth, into their body, and then spark a match to bring flames to the inner body of the child? How would you like if your daughter is working in the street and she's doing her job, she is a reporter, let's say, and then a sniper from somewhere, she didn't even see him, she didn't even notice him, she was not even fighting him, she was with no weapons whatsoever, and she was shot during her reporting by an enemy, by a person who you cannot call human, by a Zionist creature who refuses any logic and any human being feelings. How would you like it if somebody came into your land with a huge truck and he swept all your cultivations that you've been working on for months? You've been irrigating for months. You've been working to death, trying to get at the end of the day or at the end of the season, you are looking for a kilo of potatoes or a half a ton of whatever, olives or whatever. How would you like that? You wouldn't like it at all. If I'm talking to people who are living in the West, you have traveled one day, you have traveled all the way to Vietnam, and now you are throwing the Vietnam medals into the lake because you are ashamed of what you've done in Vietnam. The average age of the soldier, of the American soldier in Vietnam was 19 years of age. You've sent 19 years of age kids to fight an enemy that they don't know. They don't even know what's the cause, what's the problem. And then you made movies about it. You made movies about it. You made movies to say, I'm sorry. How would you like it if somebody came and took your land and buried you? No, not even buried you, killed you and left you to the vultures and to the hyenas to eat your body. How would you like all of that? You wouldn't like it. You would hate it. You would detest it. You would disagree with it. Now, after all of this, somebody came to your land and took your weapons and took you took your sticks, took your stones, took anything that you can defend yourself with. Now you are armless. Now you are with no protection whatsoever. You don't have aeroplanes to protect you. You don't have any protection from above. You don't from above, I mean from the jet fighters or from the aeroplanes or any protection from land. You are all in the largest prison in the world, open air prison. And if it was up to the Zionists, they would close the air as well, but they couldn't because they don't have this technology yet. But they would, if they would have this technology to close the ceiling of the sky so that the people of Palestine do not breathe, they will do it. Because they lost what we call humanity. There is something called humanity. There is something called if you take a look at the history, go to Andalusia, go to Al-Andalus, Spain now. Read the history and see the best time ever in history that the Jews lived in peace and protection and appreciation by the Muslims in the over 700 years of the Muslims in Andalusia. I challenge. I am a historian. I wrote 50 books and an encyclopedia by my name called Encyclopedia al-Bessam. My name is Bessam, which means, by the way, in Arabic, the ever-smiling man. But how could I be the ever-smiling man now when I see all this genocide going on, all this apartheid going on? And what makes it worse? That the world is turning to the other side. The world is, oh, look at the birds. Look at how beautiful is this tree. The world would stand up against somebody who kills a dolphin. The world would, I was in England one day during my work and during my life, and I participated with £5 sterling, which was a good figure at that time, to save a tiger in Asia, which was, it became an orphan, and there was campaigns to save the child tiger, and I participated, and I wore the shirt of that tiger, came to Egypt, told the people about it, told the people about how to save the whales and how to save the dolphins and how to save the tigers and how not to kill these creatures. But today, 2023, we have gone back even worse than the days of the cavemen. We are not even having 1% of the morals of the ancients. We are seeing people being killed, genocide, swept off the earth. You will never, let me tell you this, I've traveled to the States, I've traveled to Europe, I've traveled to South Africa, I've traveled to Asia, to Thailand, to Greece, to Palestine, to Al-Quds, which is called in English Jerusalem. I've traveled a lot, and I am telling you this, I'm 61 years of age. I've lived, I've traveled, I've met people, I've met Jews, I've met Arabs, I've met Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, I met people who pray to the sun. I met people who believed that they were a tree before they came to this life. So I met people, and I'm telling you, at the end of this day, Friday, today, we're talking 13th Friday of October 2023. I'm Bessam al-Shama, and I'm telling you, there is no way on earth you are going to take Palestine and give it to the Zionists. The occupation is going to be over. No occupation in history survived. I'm a historian. I've been reading history and teaching history for the last 40 years. In English and in Arabic. My lectures are everywhere. No occupation in history. Look at what happens to the Tatarians. Look what happened to the Mongols. Look what happened to Genghis Khan. Look what happened to Hitler. Look what happened to Mussolini. Look what happened to the Hittites. Look at what happened to the Hyksos. Look, I'm talking the Hyksos, not the Exodus. Different. Okay, read your history. All right? All occupations Look at the Persian occupations in the days of early Islam. Look at the Roman occupation in the days of early Islam. Look at the days of killing the Coptic Egyptian Orthodox Christians by the Romans in occupied Egypt. Look what happened. Do we have any Roman occupation in Egypt today? No. Do we have any Mongol occupation, any Tatarian, any Genghis Khan? No. Do we have any Zionist occupation in Sinai? Answer is a big no. So keep on dreaming. So keep on dreaming. Bad dreams, nightmares. Because the Arab army and the Egyptian army is actually an amazingly genius soldiers. And they are dedicated. They are dedicated to the cause of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa Mosque. How would you like it to wake up one day on a huge boom of bombardment of your synagogue? How would you like that? Or of your church? Or of your historical monastery? We in Egypt, we were screaming when they were bombarding the Buddhist statues, even though we are against Buddhism as a religion because we don't believe in Buddhism. Buddhism is not a religion sent by God. And it depends upon statues and all this business of praying in front of a statue, all of this, and Islam rejects all of this. And even though we were looking at those statues from the artistic point of view, we were screaming to the world, do not bombard the statues of Buddha. And now you are bombarding with American weapons. You are bombarding mosques. A mosque. Do you fathom that? The mosque. It's a house of Allah. It's the house of God. People go to the mosque to pray to Allah. When the United States were hit in the September events, we went up saying with the loudest voices, why are you getting in an aeroplane hitting a building of innocent people? Of innocent people. If I'm fighting you a soldier to a soldier, a tactic to a tactic, a brain to a brain, a right to what you think is right. Okay? But I don't fight you as a soldier, then you cannot defeat me, so you go and kill my children. And you go and bombard my families who are with no arms and with no weapons and with no protection whatsoever. What is the nobility in this? What is the victory in this? And how come the whole world is watching? What are you doing? You are watching, drinking your coffee. What are you doing? I'm saying to the whole world, would you please, with respect, would you please start talking sense and doing what is logic in cases like this, which is stopping the Zionists from killing children, stopping the so-called Israelis, because Jacob the prophet, peace be unto him, would never ever approve what they are doing in Palestine now. And that's why we refuse to call them Israelites, because Israel is Jacob, peace be unto him. And we believe as Muslims in Jacob as a prophet and as a messenger. Peace be unto him, peace be unto Moses, peace be unto all the believers in the true religion which was sent by God, Allah, to Prophet Moses, peace be unto him. Did Allah say to Prophet Moses, peace be unto him, go and kill children? Go and fire the internal bodies of children by benzene and by fuel? Or by bombarding mosques? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. No true Christianity and no true Judaism and no true Islam would say that and do that. When Kuwait was invaded, we all went up and said, do not, this is wrong, this is against everything, that you go to another land and invade it and kill its people. So why now are you all shutting up? Why are you all in the world now? Is that because of money? Is that because the Jews get the money of the world? Are you afraid of that? Go and work. Go and work. You do not have to depend on anybody. I say at the end of the day, I'm sorry. That's probably my message, and that is definitely my message. React according to your wisdom. React according to the peace that you believe in. Do not give your governments money and taxation to go and give it to those apartheid people to buy weapons and kill women, children, elderly. You want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? Fight a soldier to a soldier. Fight a courageous to a courageous. Fight a man to a man. Do not be a coward. Do not go on an aeroplane up there and bombard kids. That's not war. That's not noble. That's not correct. That's not religion. That's not religion. The religion which was sent to Prophet Moses, Musa, alayhi salam, peace be unto him, did not dictate that. Did not dictate that. Did not dictate to take the lands of people. Did not dictate to kill elderly ladies who are paralyzed, who cannot move, who cannot even walk, who cannot even run, who cannot even run. And believe you me, and believe you me, I'm a man of history. I'm a man of history. I'm a man who read history for the last 40 years. I teach history here and abroad. And I am telling you, I'm telling you, and I am assuring you, what you shut up dealing with, and it's incorrect and unjust, it will rotate, and it will come back to you. It will come back to you. History? Oh, it all repeats itself. So be just and be good to the other and be peaceful to the other and give the other his right to live, his right to educate. There are 2 million people in the biggest prison in the world called Gaza. How are you approving that? How are you approving Palestine being the only country in the world which is occupied? How do you actually explain Bahr al-Baqar school in Egypt, which was hit by the jet fighters of the Zionists? How would you explain the treatment of the captives of wars, which was made by the Zionists? While Sadat, after the victory of 1973, he returned the captives of wars in Egyptian cotton pajamas to go back to Golda Meir, the defeated. Movie or not movie, she was defeated. Moshe Dayan was defeated. Movie or no movie. Hollywood, you can do whatever you want, but you cannot change history. I am Bessam El Shamma. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you all.